afternoon and welcome to the Midweek News at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Ntamiegbe. Thanks for joining in. Presidential, National Assembly and governorship candidates, as well as chairmen of Nigeria's registered political parties, converged on the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's International Conference Center in Abuja to officially sign the first National Peace Accord ahead of 2027 general election. Timothy Yusuf reports that the high-stakes event, organized by the National Peace Committee under the leadership of former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, Catholic Bishop Matthew Hazard Kukar, and the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sahad Abubakar, marks a crucial step towards ensuring non-violent, transparent, and democratic engagement across the Federation. The reports.
But pending their signatures to this pact, all political actors and their respective political parties have bound themselves to a strict code of conduct, with political campaigns starting officially on Wednesday, 19 August 2027 for the forthcoming general election for a period of 3 months. The primary pillars of today's signed accord mandate issue-based campaigns focused strictly on socio-economic development, absolute rejection of all hate speech, intimidation and personal insults, avoidance of incitement to violence among party supporters and loyalists, total compliance with existing electoral laws and guidelines. With the theme, From Commitment to Accountability, the chairman of the National Peace Committee, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, was represented by General Martin Luther Agwai at this 31st signing of the Peace Accord in the series.
Promote respect and tolerance for differences in opinion. Ensure civility and decency in public discourse and comply with the spirit and the letter of the accord.
The Peace Committee has continued to do extraordinarily good work. That much I can say. We were not set up, to monitor elections and make sure that elections are. We were set up to encourage Nigerians.
Messages of peace delivered by the chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, Yusuf Maman Dantale, INEC chairman, Professor Joasha Mukitong, DIG Shehu Umar Nadada on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, members of the diplomatic community, enjoined political actors to play according to the rules. Presidential candidates, governorship candidates, National Assembly candidates, chairmen of political parties, the INEC chairman, the Inspector General of Police, and the chairman of the National Peace Committee signed the Peace Accord. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume.
But as members of the same household, the same national family, we must never resort to divisive or primordial sentiments of ethnicity or religion as tools for seeking power.
We'll make sure that the accord we sign here translates into practical reality, pragmatic reality to lead to an effective, successful elections in the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
NDC's presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, PRP's Donald Duke, Omoyele Sowore of the African Action Congress, AAC, were among presidential candidates that signed the Peace Accord. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged political actors to shun divisive rhetoric and primordial sentiments ahead of the 2027 general election. Represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, the President spoke in Abuja at the signing of the Peace Accord. Shehu Muhammad Dati reports.
Said political disagreements are normal in a democracy but must not be allowed to undermine national cohesion. He affirmed his commitment and that of All Progressives Congress APC to the principles of the Peace Accord, rejecting violence, hate speech, misinformation, and the misuse of technology to manipulate public opinion. The president commended the National Peace Committee, led by former head of state General Abdulsalami Abubakar, for its role in promoting peaceful elections since 2014.
We have gathered today to commit ourselves to a peaceful and transparent electoral process. Signing this peace accord is a solemn pledge to the Nigerian people that we, as leaders, will put the nation's interests above personal or partisan ambitions.
He also cited the use of technology by INEC, including the permanent voters card and BVAS, as measures that have strengthened electoral transparency. President Tinubu called on Nigerians, the media, civil society, and development partners to support efforts to deepen democracy and ensure peaceful campaigns ahead of the 2027 polls. In Abuja, Shehu Muhammad Datti, NTA News.
Now we come back home as Lagos House of Assembly is set to reorder priorities in the 2026 budget tagged Budget of Shared Prosperity on the request of the State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The executive request was contained in a correspondence sent to the House and read by the clerk during the plenary on the floor of the Assembly in Lagos. Musa Toliat completes the reports.
It was another day of plenary and a correspondence from the governor gained prominence on the order paper of the Assembly. A duty call for the clerk to read the message from the governor on the floor of the House of Assembly was activated.
We are constrained by the fact that there are no new revenue sources for the remaining months of the year, hence the need for a reordering of your 2026 budget.
Having understood the priorities and rationale behind the proposed budget reordering, lawmakers took turn to debate the request by the governor.
Like it is said by Mr. Governor in their request, that they've done 69% of this budget and that there is need for us to reorder priority. Also, I want to refer to the request made earlier by the governor on the bond, where members actually observed that the 200 bond requested was not considered in this year's budget. I'm sure this will be an opportunity for it to be corrected accordingly.
Some lawmakers want more funds to be reallocated towards completion of ongoing projects based on their scope and level of execution.
The way the appropriation law is, even if the project is doing 2%, you cannot move the money without this house to another project. So that project will be lost and funding will be lost. So what they have said here is that such that the monies can be moved to performing projects, even though we don't know why those other ones are not performing yet, that the money for that year should be moved to projects that are performing. That is good because every project in the budget matters.
To make sure that what this reordering is targeted on is to be able to bring more visible projects to all our constituency for us to be able to campaign with confidence and with fact and figure and with physical structure that Lagosian will be able to rally our party and also to support us in this coming general election.
The need to focus greater attention on ecological challenges and interventions to improve quality of life of residents was also raised.
I also want them to put environment into consideration, most especially that has to do with how our environment is, that has to do with Loma and also some drainages, so that you'll be able to checkmate the issue of flooding that we are having.
Speaker Mudashiru Obasa said it is not out of place for a governor to seek reordering of the budget, but having recourse to the responsibility of the legislature to effect the request on the appropriation law is commendable.
The 2026 budget by the governor is hereby committed to the Committee on Economic Planning and Budget and to report back on the 31st of August 2026.
He also committed a request by the governor seeking confirmation of some nominees to relevant committee of the House. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
And now we'll go for a brief break. More reports on the other side. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you searching for a space to ignite your creativity? NTA Lagos Channel 10 studio provides the answer. Our studio is spacious and fully equipped with modern broadcasting equipment suitable for your programs and competitions. For recording and production of kiddies programs, spelling bee competitions, participatory rehearsals, programs and live performances, NTA Lagos Channel 10 studio provides the ideal environment to bring your vision to life. Our team of professionals are dedicated to help you achieve your goals, provide expert guidance, and support every step of the way. Contact us today to book your session at an affordable and discounted rate and let your creativity shine. For more inquiries, please call the following numbers: 0816-008-7357, 006-286-9030, and 0812-324-5519. NTA Lagos Channel 10 Studio, where creativity meets excellence.
NTA 10 Station for Excellence.
You're welcome back to the second half of the Midweek News at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. And we continue with this report that electricity power supply is receiving a boost for homes, businesses and industries in some of Lagos business corridors following the inauguration of new transmission infrastructure in Ikeja and Lekki. Minister of Power Joseph Tegbe says the upgrade is designed to increase capacity, ease pressure on the transmission network and meet the state's growing energy demand. Awal Yusuf Jibo reports.
Transmission substation in Alausa, a new 100 MVA 132-33 kV transformer has been installed. The upgrade raises the station's total capacity from 135 to 205 MVA. Minister of Power Joseph Tegbe says the additional 70 MVA can support about 70,000 households within the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company franchise area.
With yet another strategic investment in our power infrastructure, we are demonstrating once again the determination of this administration, of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to confront the infrastructure constraints that have limited Nigeria's economic potentials.
At Lekki, the project includes 260 MVA transformers and 9 additional 33 kV feeders. This doubles capacity at the 132-33 kV level from 120 to 240 MVA, with an expected impact on more than 100,000 homes.
Apart from this substation, TCN has several fully new installed and operational transformers, as well as ongoing installations in its network, and it is a reflection of what is possible for ambition, partnership, and execution come together.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu represented urged citizens to protect the infrastructure and ensure the investments serve communities for years to come.
Let all of us protect this infrastructure. Let's go and get our meters. And at the end of the day, let's manage our use so that we don't also burst our pockets.
Funded with World Bank support and executed by Shanghai Electric Group, the Transmission Company of Nigeria says the projects form part of wider efforts to remove transmission bottlenecks, expand capacity and prepare the national grid for future demand. In Lagos, Awal Yusuf Jibo, NTA News.
Away from the power projects, the growing incidences of vandalization of public infrastructure has continued to raise concerns among governments, communities and other stakeholders. From roads and bridges to public buildings, street lights, water facilities and other public projects, facilities provided for the benefit of citizens are increasingly being damaged, stolen or deliberately destroyed. Diana Ajale, who interacted with Lagos residents on protection and curbing the spate of vandalism on public assets, has more. The reports.
Bridges, public buildings and other infrastructure are built with public resources to improve the quality of life of citizens. But across the country, and particularly in Lagos, some of these facilities are being vandalized, damaged or abused, leaving governments with the burden of spending additional resources on repairs and reconstruction. The consequences go beyond the cost of replacing damaged facilities.
Such an act not only cause huge economic losses to government, but also can also compromise public safety and security. To curb the activities of vandals, the commander has intensified intelligence-led policing around some of our critical public infrastructures.
Generally, we have bad culture of maintenance, either public or private infrastructure. Even the little they provide for us, right? You are destroying it. I think the National Orientation Agency should be more aggressive in talking to people.
What we discuss that as nobody business, everybody business. We need to take action. Please, if you see something, say something.
Public buildings and other government facilities are equally vulnerable with theft, deliberate destruction, and illegal occupation.
And this is where we draw the curtains for the midweek news at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Thanks for watching. I am Ntami Egbe. Please do well to join us tonight for the news at 7 p.m. Good afternoon and do have a productive midweek.